On this edition of Diaspora Speaks, we have a conversation with representatives from Connecticut, New Jersey, and New York as they share with us some of the exciting diaspora initiatives happening in their respective states. Let's begin with Connecticut. How are you doing today, Mr. Donovan Longmore, State Chair for Connecticut?
I am doing mighty well, Lawman. Thanks for having me. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for being with us. Tell us, Donovan, what are some of the major diaspora initiatives being undertaken in Connecticut as part of Jamaica 60 or otherwise?
Well, I mean, you hit it right on the head, Lawman. Jamaica 60th, and we're here celebrating three major events. First is the 60th anniversary of Jamaica and also our 60th anniversary of our Carnival Festival celebration, the longest running in the entire North America. Yes, from 1962 until now.
Wow.
We're also doing the West Indian Social Club 72nd anniversary. You know, the West Indian Club is very vital in the whole United States for bringing immigrants and farm workers here. So they're celebrating their 72nd anniversary, which we held at the club on April 23rd. And lastly, another major thing we're doing something called a pop-up shop. What that is that we have businesses and services from your home country back home, not just Jamaica, but the entire Caribbean. And we're putting that together to make sure that everybody from the whole Caribbean are satisfied, because people are asking questions. Oh, Donovan, it's all about Jamaica. Well, I am from Jamaica, but at the same time, let's be fair, let's spread the love throughout the other islands. So that will be happening April the 9th, and it'll be right here in Hartford, Connecticut.
Great. Good stuff. Tell us, Donovan, as a member of the diaspora, what is your vision for your homeland, Jamaica?
A perfect question. Thank you for asking. My vision is to see Jamaica have nothing but peace and tranquility. I know it's far-fetched to some people, but at the same time, Jamaicans have too many brilliant mind lawmen. You know, we're kind of behind in certain things in which we ought not to be, because I mean, the brains and the wisdom that we have ought to be better to make Jamaica itself better. I mean, we need to provide more opportunities. Our children are our future, and we're definitely willing to do a lot of things to help. Of course, we know about the crime and all that stuff, but we're here to make sure that we take initiatives that are really ready to make the country go forth. As you know, the 60th anniversary is coming, and we want to make sure that everybody is happy and they get back home and see things. Another thing I want to see is that the fact that we here in the diaspora have a lot of things we want to send back home to Jamaica. I want to see a much easier transition, Lawman. So many times we have to go through so many quote unquote red tape, if you might say, but it's so difficult to send laptops and stuff home to Jamaica, even though we have ways of doing it, but still, you know, the time, medical supplies and all that. If we can ease that pressure and tension and make it easier for people to send things back home, that will be much better for Jamaica. So those are the major issues I wanted to see change.
Awesome. Thank you. And thank you for what you're doing in Connecticut. We really appreciate your hard work. That was Mr. Donovan Longmore, the State Chair for Connecticut. We now move over to New Jersey, where we'll have a conversation with none other than Mr. Ray Nelson. Ray Nelson, you there?
Yes, good evening. How are you doing, brother?
I am doing awesome. I'm sure you heard what all the fantastic things that's happening in Connecticut.
Yes, as a matter of fact, you know what, Connecticut, I think I might go over to Connecticut and enjoy some of those. All I could keep saying is rotted cup. Everything happening in Connecticut.
Everything is happening in Connecticut.
You know,
Connecticut is very vibrant. It's a very vibrant state in the diaspora. So tell us, I mean, I know the focus is now Jamaica 60, but I know great things happened in New Jersey last year, because I was even there for the rename. You know what, let me not say anything, but tell us what is happening in what is happening in New Jersey?
In New Jersey, everybody want to know how to do things the Jamaica way. As a matter of fact, we got a street named after us, the Jamaica way. You cook oxtail the Jamaica way. You cook curry goat the Jamaica way. You drink great strap the Jamaica, you know. And so we have that going off that momentum. I can see that we have increased in terms of attendance in our group. There's one main group that we have, which is the Jamaica Organization of New Jersey, headed by Miss Jasmine Clayton Hunt. our president. And due to the pandemic, she's now running like, I think, second term or third term because she did not get an opportunity to really get, her foot wet. I'm proud of New Jersey because New Jersey is strong. We house 3 medical mission organizations. Jamaica at home, helping Jamaica abroad.
That's Jaja.
Jaja
Right.
Foundation. All right, Jamaica at home, Jamaica abroad, helping Jamaica at home. Right.
At home.
That's Jaja Foundation under Trevor Dixon, and then you have Caribbean Medical Missionary Organization with Dr. Winston Scott, and of course Robert Clark heads up the group, which is Help Jamaica Medical Missionary Organization.
Tell us, what is your vision for Jamaica? You're in the diaspora, you visit home, you hear everything that's going on back in Jamaica, but tell us, what is your vision for Jamaica, land we love?
I think that we are so smart in Jamaica, and we need to utilize our intelligence, our skill, and put, Jamaica is on the map.
Yes.
Jamaica is on the map already, but we really need to continue. My vision, I would like to see a few young people who are interested in politics in America find their places, lawmen like you, find their places as councilmen, young councilmen, let them get their places because that's the next generation. And I believe that will continue to make us realize that we are proud of Jamaica and we're proud of anywhere we go. Them say we look about with Tala.
We look about with Tala.
Look about with Tala. We can be so proud.
Sir Ray Nelson, the state chair for New Jersey. We move over now to the great state of New York with Miss Emoy Kayan Duhaney. New York is a leading state as it relates to where Jamaicans living outside of Jamaica live, right? Tell us, what are some of the major diaspora initiatives being undertaken by New York this year?
I am very excited for the Jamaican diaspora in New York this year because under the leadership of Lawman Lynch as the state chair of New York, it is going to be a fabulous year also with Dr. Dunkley supporting as well and the rest of the Northeast. But what I'm really excited about is not just about the individual events. It's about truly re-engaging the diaspora, the Jamaican diaspora in New York to know that this group is here and we're here to re-engage with them because we know many Jamaicans are in New York, as you said, and they want to have a connection with back home. We love New York. We want to support New York here. We want to support the diaspora here in New York as well. And we also want to have that connection with back home. So what's excited me the most is that every month we have a series of different events and webinars to re-engage everyone so everyone is staying on top of what's happening in Jamaica and what's happening here and how people can get involved and support each other. And also what I'm really excited about is about business. Business and also investing, because we know as the New York diaspora, we give a lot of money.
Yes, we do.
And we know that part of the connections and all the different events, like with kids and like I said, the business and also with health and mental health, I know we're going to do something with as well. And this month we did for women in March, but we also want to make sure that our dollars are accounted for. So we're not just investing in Jamaica, but we're seeing a return on the investment. And we have something as a diaspora group to go back home to as well.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm really excited. And also the kids are the future. So investing in the kids is also, we want to set them at a different path as well. So they, especially in here in New York, we want first generation, second generation to also be investing back in Jamaica as well, and also helping the children in Jamaica to thrive as well.
Right. As you mentioned, first generation, second generation, do you want to expand on that a little? Like, what is first generation and second generation?
Yes. So I am first generation. I was born 2.5 weeks after my mother arrived, and I've always been super curious and excited about Jamaica, and I want to see more first generation like myself who are, you know, born to Jamaican parents, but you're born abroad. And then second generation is someone like my sister who has my niece. And my niece, I make sure my niece knows every day that her grandmother and grandfather is from Jamaica. So my niece would be considered second generation as well. But I want to make sure that they have ties as well in terms of getting their citizenship, passport, and all of that.
Absolutely. So as a first generation Jamaican, you're born here, but I'm sure you too have a vision for Jamaica. What is your vision for Jamaica?
My vision for Jamaica is that for persons like myself who have the blend of both worlds, being American and Jamaican, to feel at home when they go to Jamaica, feeling like they can invest, buy a home, build a life in Jamaica. Just because we were born abroad, that doesn't mean that we can't build a life in Jamaica. Yes, our parents made sacrifices and they came abroad, but Jamaica is what I call home, and Jamaica is where I want to build. So my vision for Jamaica is for other first generation persons like myself to, like I said, invest, buy a home, live, work, and play in Jamaica and build a life there. And also invest in Jamaica's future to help other persons thrive and not feel like that they have to migrate to be successful.
Right. You just basically explained Vision 2030. You just explained Vision 2030. Really appreciate that, Kemoy and Duhaney. Thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks to Mr. Donovan Longmore, Diaspora State Chair for Connecticut, Mr. Ray Nelson, State Chair for New Jersey, and representing New York, none other than Miss Kemoy Duhaney, as we celebrate Jamaica's 60th and our rich heritage. This has been the first of the series, Diaspora Speaks, brought to you by the Jamaica Diaspora Northeast USA. I'm your host, Lawman Lynch. See you next time.